Hello, welcome to Opimation, the fitness animator. My name's Opie. I'm a senior animator in the video games industry. And in this video, I want to do something a bit special because I'm reaching to 6,000 subscribers, And also 70% of you who do come and visit, please subscribe. I'm looking at the stats and the analytics and you come and view, which is brilliant. I love that. But please subscribe, help the algos. It will help my channel grow. I'd really appreciate that. So thank you for at least coming and visiting. But coming back to the 6,000 anniversary of subscribers, not 6,000 anniversary, 6,000 milestone, sorry. There's one part of my course on Maya Animation Mastery that I will share with you in the next 9 weeks. So I'm going to put a video out every week. It's 9 videos. It's a take hit and you can use any rig you want. You don't have to use, obviously the one I'm going to be showing in the animation is when you enroll in the course, but any rig is fine. The principles are the same. And I just wanted to give back. Obviously, I can't share everything because it's not fair on the students who have enrolled and invested their time and themselves into the course. But I will take this little snippet, this take it, and I think it has everything in it, right? Body mechanics, weight shift. So I think it's a good exercise to share for a little taster of what's in the course. And hopefully by the end of the part 9, you'll, or even during it, maybe you'll feel like you're learning something and you want to dive in more and you can enroll into the course and learn a lot more. And there's a lot more exercises. There's advanced techniques that you can learn in there too. But I just wanted to share this 9-part animation with you guys. Take it. So without further ado, and thank you for all your support, let's dive in and let's go to part 1 of this take it animation. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the series. It's 9 parts. For the next 9 weeks, I'll be putting a video out every week for you guys. And don't forget to subscribe to the newsletter Animated. Every week I share principles of animation, what I'm listening to, what I'm reading, little thoughts from myself about animation and fitness, and just a couple of quotes that I find on the net. That's something that has inspired me as well. So hopefully that can kind of make your week better as well. All right, guys. So I'll see you in video 1. Let's dive straight in. All right, guys, welcome. We're going to use a new rig now, this Yogi Kid rig, which is all part of the course. It's all included. And we'll check this out. We'll do this take hit with this, right? So this is a take hit reference. I'm going back. So it's going to feel like the character's been hit with a ball in the chest and he just goes back. So normally what I do, I start from the side view, right? So let's see. So this is the side. So from there, we can see there's that arms comes out, then it catches up, right? So what's happening? Let's see. So we've got the start pose. That's the start pose. Okay. The change is happening there. Foot comes up. Then there's a little tiptoe there, then a shuffle, then back, and then a settle. So that's what we're going to be doing. So let's start blocking this out. You can act it out yourself or you can use this reference. Just go along with me, whatever works for you guys. All right. Okay, so that's the next pose. We're going to do that one. Okay, so again, every 4 frames, we'll just key every 4 frames, right? So we come here, I change this to 0. Let's move this to 0, man. Nice round number. All right, frame 4, same thing we're doing. Make sure this character's posed nicely, yeah? Balance seems cool to me. Seems all good to me. This is next. This next thing, yeah, that's fine. And you know what? Let's keep the head a bit asymmetrical, yeah, a bit like that. Then we'll go to 4, and again, hips. We're all looking at the hips. That's what we're looking at, right? So what happens is the back leg. So if we look at the back leg, there's a bend, right? So we know that. So it goes back, but there's a bend. Let's have a look at this stretch. Okay, that's stretch here. And on here, it's stretch on. Yeah, we want the stretch on. Now what we'll do, we'll come back here. Actually, what we'll do, we'll go back and just put the stretch on 10 there and stretch here on 10. Okay, so it goes back. So let's have a look at this. Goes back. But because he's been hitting the chest, there is... So this foot is going up. What I'll do, I'll just create a plane. We just want to use this as a guide, right? And then we'll take the grid off and I'll add the plane to the mesh so we don't select that. Okay, so what we want to do, we just want to looking at the reference, it's slightly coming up. There's a slight bend in the foot. Now there's a force coming in to the chest, and he is taking it right in the chest like this. A bit like when the ball, she was catching the ball, right? The ball exercise we did. Okay, so in here, and what's happening here is the shoulders are raising up. So let's have a look at the shoulders here. They're going up and the arm is kind of dragging forward. Bit like this. Okay, and we've got even here, we could come here and you know what, we could add a spread. Not obviously not too much. The thumb. And the other side, interestingly, the wrist is kind of down like this. So we can do here. This is coming up high. This is straight. So if we straighten this, so we can see here the wrist, it's a bit bent but straight arm. Okay, maybe even have it, yeah, like that. So we can break it a bit like that because it's a bit out of control, the character. Okay, then we can select everything here, key it, and let's block everything. So let's go to block. So we want to just make these all solid blocks. Okay, let's get everything, make sure it's blocked. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just save this like before. We'll have to save it. And there you see it's blocked. The only thing is when you save it, you have to reapply the texture again. So what I'll do, I'll reapply the texture and I'll get back. Okay, so the textures are back on. Okay, so that's, let's get that map. Okay, that is the reaction, and the next one is tiptoe. So character goes back. You could see the next one. It's a tiptoe back. So it's the high, the overall high, then going back. This is going up. So let's roll this. So there's a bit of it going up. And move this up. Goes up like this, and then what we'll do, we'll have it a bit this way because the weight is on this leg, so naturally the character is going to be imbalanced this way. And then we'll bring this back, and slowly the character's coming up, torso's coming up. Right, and it's kind of changing direction, it's going this way. The head also. We're just trying to find these right shapes. Lines, right? And this shoulder as well, the arm comes back, and then the arm is now this arm, from what it looks like, is going down. This is still all right, it's just going back a bit this way, and then it's bending. But you know, actually, you know what? This one is still a bit straight though. It's kind of holding that pose. Okay, it's rotating up a bit. Okay, so let's, you know what? I made a mistake. I've keyed it. Oh, I've keyed it on 4. So what we'll do, we'll move that to 4. That's just fine. It happens. It happens. Now what we'll do, we'll just go back to the other one where it's hair down. We're just gonna make the chest, this is gonna be like forward. So we'll just have this arms going forward. This one is down, but of course it's going up. There. Bit straight. And let's block this. Yeah, so we're getting that chest hit. Let's move this front pose a bit. Okay, we'll save that. We'll go to the next pose, which is, okay, we've got, it's tiptoeing. It's tiptoeing, but then this is happening, right? It's catching up. So what we'll do, the characters, even here, if we move this forward, and then it goes Yeah, still in the air. Going back. This leg is coming forward. Starting to tiptoe, but it's coming down. And then this is starting to, he's starting to catch up now. And the head is starting to come up. Shoulders are going up. Then this is starting to come in a bit. Here too. Try and get this in a bit. And you can see the wrist is still down here. Alright. So it's kind of got this little shuffle happening. So if we key this. So there's a, so keyed everything there. So there's that shuffle. Comes here. That's the shuffle, right? Which means this foot is also kind of moving. Okay, and then that comes down. So basically this one comes down. So there's a step. And then this one goes back a bit. So let's get these hips. Alright, so it's like step, which is fine. And then this torso is starting to move up a bit. Oh, actually, no, let's undo that. Wrong. Doing the same thing again. Next frame, that's what we want. So if I go here, so this is basically 0. That's a step in. Then it comes, we can have it a bit this way. Then it kind of comes down. Well, it doesn't kind of, it does come down. This character moves a bit that way. Just checking out the arcs. Key everything here, key everything at 12. Okay, so you got a little bit of a bang, shuffle, and then after the shuffle, so after the shuffle, bang, so step, passing, step, passing. So what we'll do, we've got bang, step, and then we'll do a passing position. And that means this character kind of a passing position there. And then we'll just key everything here, make sure that's stepped. And then the last one is the same pose, right? So we want to get this pose at the back. Now, how do I do this? One way to do it is grab everything, key at 0, copy that to 24, and it pops back, right? So what I do here is I just get the mesh and I duplicate it and shift P to bring it out of the hierarchy here. Yeah, because when you duplicate it, it's in there, but you want to bring it out. Now you want to use that as your reference. So then what I do is I get the foot and hip control, and at 24 all I do is I move it back to where the foot, that front foot, is matching. That's what I do. Okay, and then I just delete that. So we just roughly got it there, and we can always polish it later. Okay, so that's what's happening, right? And then we can sort the torso out. There's a lot of movement we need to put in the torso, but we can do that. But all in all, if you look at this, if you really want to, you can come in here and we can set this to spline and be like, all right, let me look at the arms and the torso. You've got the arms here. Here, right? So you could get, say, pose 22, middle click that to 20. But we can work with the arms some other time. We can always do that. You know, polishing. So what we'll do, we'll just block that. So if we look now, everything, let's just check this. Okay, so it's been hit there and it's coming back. Push. Okay, so it's been hit. And then the weight is on this side, and then what we can do, we can get this end pose, middle click it to 20, and then here we can roll it. Just roll it up a bit, and then it lands. Right? It lands. So it lands there. And what we can do now, we can select everything, middle click that end pose, so we've got the same one here. So we can be like, all right, it lands. This lands number 20 to 24. We'll keep that the same, this foot, and then we'll make sure that this weight is on the back leg because he's stepping on there. And then when he comes on that side, we can have this leg. What we'll do is select it all again, key the end pose again. What we can do here, these are like little things you can do. You can come in here and be like, all right, you're going to set in the last pose. We can have it's still weight is still transferring. Then it comes, then there's the step, so it holds, then there's the step, and then there's the weight shift. See, we can have that. So we got the hips and the feet kind of working, and then we can be like, all right, it comes back. When he comes back, we can make the torso kind of head go like this, so it's like push, and then as this is coming, this way. The head is kind of catching up. Okay, so you've got that kind of settle at the end. Now what we'll do, we'll just come in here. All I'm doing is I'm just making sure it's all there, so it's all happening. Just getting that hips working properly. Yeah, that's all we're doing at the moment. We'll save this, select the hips, and just make sure that path is working properly. So we'll come in here, motion trail, and then have a look. So if we look at the top direction, so he's been hit. Just make sure the curves are nice here. Little shuffle. Here as well. Little curve coming in. And here too, yeah, it's going in, coming up. And you know what, you can add in between. So we come in here, you could, at 6, you could be like, all right, there's a bit of a curve like this. And then at 10, you can have it back here. So you're just making the trajectory of the hips. 14, you're adding a breakdown. That's all you're doing. You're adding breakdown on the breakdown. And then number 18, you're coming in. Just trying to make sure this is all smooth. 22. Yeah, so there. And then what you can do in the top view, you want that same kind of smooth trajectory. So you just kind of, you're just moving it in, you're not moving it in there, you know, you're trying not to move it in the Z, just in this one. So here we can just, actually we'll just soften this. Okay, and if we look here, yeah, that's fine. So now if you delete, now what you can do, if you select everything, those areas where you keyed, just go in, select all the controls and key. So make sure there's key on everything, so we know everything's all keyed. And yeah, it's just a bit more smoother, and then we can sort out. So if you look at, just a bit more smoother everything, and we can, okay. And you know what, you can kind, if you want to, you can block in the arms if you want, but we can do that, layer that at the end. You just want to get the weight shift right. The weight shift seems right to me there. Okay, and now what we'll do, we'll move on to the next, and we'll start refining the blocking a bit more. But in the meantime, if you're looking to level up your animations and really get that solid foundation, which can act as a springboard into your career in animation, check out Maya Animation Mastery below. There are over 7,000 students enrolled throughout my courses, and I will continue to keep refining these courses for you guys just to make your animation journey more joyful and fun process. Okay guys, in the meantime, take care, get off the screen, go for a walk, look after your health, all that good stuff. And if you think anybody else would have liked or benefited from this video, please like and share. There's 67% of you come to my channel and don't subscribe. Please subscribe, hit that subscribe button, like button, share. Let's get the YouTube algos to push this work out to more eyes so more people can benefit in learning animation. All right guys, I'll see you in the next video.